let's spin. Oh, that's been a while. Okay. You know what? I think that's a good game for this, for how I'm feeling right now. I think that's a nice chill game. Very very cute. Herb lawyers. So good to avoid loud noises and bright light to avoid migraines. Well, I always do, Summit. Oh. Oh god. Quick. Quick. Okay. Okay, I got it. I think. There you go. That was way louder than... I had to turn it down to 5%. Oh, jeez. Okay. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. It's not quite. I mean, it could be. Does this work? Or is this the one that I had to do window capture on? I think it's the one I had to do window capture on, yeah. Game capture doesn't work. Okay. Aviary attorney. So I don't actually remember. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks since we've last played it. So I'm kind of... I think we were on a new case. So I don't think I'm forgetting too much. We only have 2 locations anyway, so that should be fine. Place de la Bastille. So yeah, these are Sparrison and is it just called Hawk? Or Falcon, sorry. Falcon. Oh, not Hawk. Falcon. I'm mixing up my birds. I can't do such things, right? But yeah, they're JJ Falcon and Sparrison, attorneys-in-law, and they're in France trying to solve all kinds of cases. We have 75 francs in our wallets. We have... Oh, right. So we... this thing started with Inspector Valerti, who's like the police inspector, requesting our help for a secret mission. So I think that's all we know. So we just got a letter from the inspector. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. Wait, you think the inspector worked here during the Ancien regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrison. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Well. Nice music, okay. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all 3 of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role? Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? It turns out that he acquired his position as judge through illegal means, so a warrant has been put out for his arrest. He's a wanted criminal. You acquired this position through illegal means? What does that even mean? I'm a little hazy on the details. Something about pushing another judge into the Seine. That does sound like it's illegal. Hi Zelda, how are you doing? I hope you're well. I can believe that. Anyway, I'm sure he'll be caught before long. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Ah, there he is. Ah, good. You're all here. Excuse me, Mr. Inspector Valerdi, sir? Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps. I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in July Revolution, 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh great, now you've set him off. We were given the order to charge at the rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of the Notre Dame. It was the Viridian killer himself. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we are here? Oh, right, of course. Why we're here. God. You come on a French cop with a foul head who's called Cocorico. Yes. Well, so this guy is Inspector Valerti. He's got a majestic hat. Cocorico is the prosecutor, and then we are Falcon, and then Sparson is off screen, and we are attorneys. But yeah, it's in France. It's literally in France, this game. So there's gonna be a lot of French things going on. Jump interview went well. I still need to make a decision on whether I want to take the job. They asked me to contact them within a week or so. Yeah, I have to make a decision. I don't quite know yet. I'm very on the fence. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll talk to my family about it and see what they think. But overall, it sounded like a nice company. Just... I don't know if I want to... Oh god, the music is still a bit loud sometimes. Oh, lowered one notch more. Okay. Yeah, what's it called? It seems like a nice company to work, but I don't know if I want to take hours away from what I'm doing currently, because I'm trying to start my own business and things like that. So I kind of have to think about that, and it's kind of set my mind off, you know. I'm not the best of minds right now. I'm trying to distract myself. Especially with it being yesterday, and like still kind of processing everything. So I'm just playing games, distracting myself. Which is it's working pretty well, I think. What I am about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential. You understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipster... Terrorists, revolutionaries, or hipsters? I mean, definitely hipsters. Right? I mean, must be. It's why we're in France, yeah. Well, it's because the wheel said we would play this game. I haven't played this in like 4 weeks or so. But this is a new case, so I don't need to know. I need to remember the whole backstory thing. Oh god, is it the... I mean, I want to say hipsters for the fun of it. But it's probably like terrorists or something. Let's say hipsters. Hipsters. It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Now is not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising. Correct. A rebellion is coming. Chopin is very good. You're a hipster? No, I don't think that's... I don't think you're a hipster because you like Chopin. I think far from a hipster, in fact. Indeed, rebels. There are a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed. And that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur. Why? Wait. Oh god, of course. Beautiful. Like the sandwich? What? The croque monsieur. A hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel. Throw on some peppers if it's a Friday night. I do love it as well, yeah. But apparently it's an alias of the arms dealer. I don't like arms dealers, so... You know, it's a difficult thing to balance there. This has nothing to do with the sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the alias of alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking. Naturally, as public prosecutor, it's my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all the assistance. Saka. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico, but what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. Let's not actually tell him that Dame Cataline was actually the murderer, and that we got her to run free, and that she was actually the one who did it. That is kind of, you know, let's shove that under the carpet there, and not talk about that. croque monsieur without ham or cheese because you're vegetarian. I mean, it could still be nice toast, you know? Toasty bread. And you can put all kinds of stuff on there as well. I don't know if, I guess I don't know much about vegetarian food, but there must be something you can put on there instead, like replacements that would work well. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last months than I've seen any policeman do in years. In a year. Not including myself, of course, right? Of course. Of course, he has to not burn himself down. But Dame Cadeline, no, don't... Fucking... It doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office, twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? It's the visual novel? Kind of. It's a bit like the Ace Attorney series. There's some parts where you have to like... There's a scene and there's stuff you can click on. You gather evidence and you have the court scene where you have to present the evidence to contradict the witnesses' statements and stuff like that. But overall it's more of a visual novel, yeah. I would be honored to help my country. Consider us on board. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but, do we get any compensation for this? Of course. Here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. 50 francs? You're being undersold. Hush, Barrison, this is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive croque monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. These are your 2 tasks. Oh my god. I will check. Find the croque monsieur. Find it. Where did I leave it last? I don't remember. I'll check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before we even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrison. We have a croque monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the croque monsieur too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. Oh. Sneaky discussion behind our backs? How dare they? Oh god, we have a lot of options, including behind me. So, oh jeez, where do we go? La conciergerie, Château Crinière, la Joyeux, Chocolat Emporium, Palais de Justice. I don't know. I guess... Because so we're looking for like an arms dealer that they don't know much about, right? I mean, we could go to R&M because they're a private investigator and they might have some information from other cases or something that they've done, or they could help us in some way at least. Oh well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. But first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch your guest some tea? Oh, of course, Monsieur Vilps, of course. Monsieur, what sort of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe? Chamomile. Sure. Chamomile sounds good to me, thanks, Mousy. Sure, I could go for chamomile too. Okay, 1 pot of chamomile coming right up. Let's get down to business. What is it you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Have you heard rumor of an uprising? Yeah, the game is very bad with their names. Yeah. I mean, this guy, he's literally called Falcon. And this guy is called Sparrowson. They're not really that, you know... They didn't think very hard about them. Monsieur Volps, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course. These days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about the deserters specifically? Do you know where they're meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the deserters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else. Have you heard of the croque-monsieur? Have you ever heard of a person called the croque-monsieur? And no, we're not talking about the sandwich, unfortunately. The croque-monsieur? Are you referring to the black market salesman, the man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me, personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his value and reputation. I see. Then, do you have any idea where we can find him? Meeting the croque-monsieur face to face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody, after all. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days, and I will tell you where and when you can find the croque-monsieur. Oh. 3 days, okay. Of course, there is a price. A price? It's just a small fee, a mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved your derriere over that Prince Juan business. Is this any way to show your gratitude? Monsieur Vilps, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of king and country. I'm sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I'm running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs, and I guarantee I will find you the croque-monsieur. That's my final offer. Yeah, we'll take it. We did get paid, after all. Here you go. Very good. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the croque-monsieur can be found. Rest assured I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? No? That's it. Have a pleasant day. Oh. Oh, the tea's ready, Monsieur Volps. It's ready. I'm afraid you're too slow, Mousy. Oh, bother. Aw. Poor Mousy. They made tea and we already left. We could have just stayed and had some tea. But no. Okay, where do we go next? I mean, we could go to the chocolate emporium. But that's just because I want chocolate, not because of anything else. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Welcome, welcome. Ah, it's you two again. You remember us? I guess that's no surprise. Of course I remember. You're the messieurs who ask too many questions and buy a little chocolate. I'm afraid we have more questions today, Monsieur Augustak. Thanks for being patient with us. Have you heard any rumors of rebellion in Paris recently? Right, monsieur, there's always rumors of rebellion in Paris. The citizens whisper in the shadows, the bourgeoisie cower in fear. Yes, but have you personally heard anything specific? No, monsieur. Have you heard of the croque-monsieur? You sell chocolate to a lot of people. Have you come across any unsavory characters in your occupation? Of course. One time I was hiking through the mountains of the Netherlands. Okay, that got me for a second. That got me. Oh my god. One time I was hiking through the mountains of the Netherlands and I was accosted by an overzealous tulip salesman. I threw a fistful of Dutch rubles at him and made a hasty retreat. What is the story? I can't help but wonder about the legitimacy of Lander's stories, but for some reason his tangential rants don't bother me. Let me be more specific. We're looking for a person called the croque-monsieur. Does the name sound familiar? No, monsieur. Well, guess we're just buying some chocolate. You may have noticed that this is in fact a chocolate shop. I'm of much better service as a chocolate salesman than a rumor monger. Ah, of course. May I have a chocolate recommendation? Yes, I want chocolate. Could it be? Am I the Fat Falcon? Is this a gift for me? Certainly, monsieur. If you're looking for something romantic, then perhaps an elegant heart-shaped selection from Tuscany would suit you. Romantic, you say? I don't feel that way about you, Falcon, but how could I decline such a scrumptious gift? No, that wouldn't work. Do you have anything that would be suitable for any occasion? Ah, then perhaps you want this box of 20 creamy chocolate swirls from London. They're very sweet, nobody can resist. Yes, those are perfect. Take them, Falcon. Take them, take them, take them, take them. For pity's sake, Falcon, Sparrowson, why are you being so fidgety? No reason. Then cut it out, it's weird. I think those would work nicely, Monsieur Hageslag. How much are they? 5 francs. Perhaps a little steep for some, but I assure you that their quality more than justifies the price tag. I'll take them. Falcon? What is it? I just want to say, you've been a great friend and an inspirational mentor. I have ample amounts of respect for you as a person, and you do know that these chocolates aren't for you, right? Oh. Yeah, I knew that. Good, just making sure. You're breaking my heart, Falcon. Oh, poor Sparrowson. He just wants chocolates. I understand. I understand, Sparrowson. Here, monsieur. I'm sure the recipient will enjoy them. Box of chocolates, yay! It has been my pleasure, monsieur. Nice. We got some chocolates. I don't know what for, but we have chocolates. Oh. What's this? A special event? I don't know what this is. Oh, Cocorico. What a view. You can see the July column so clearly from up here. Ah, Cocorico, you're here already. You have news about the croque-monsieur, or is this about the other matter? Here you go, as requested, the full register of those who entered Paris Law School and full list of the graduates. Very good, let's take a look. Now, could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for? Look at this list of graduates. Do you see any names you recognize? Well, I see my own, class of 1837, and I see that moronic prosecutor Rupert Rabington under class of 1846. Oh, and there's J.J. Falcon's name under the class of 1832. Very good. Now take a look at this register page from 1829. See anything amiss? Well, I don't see JJ's name, but I'm not sure quite what that implies, Inspector. The explanation is simple. J.J. Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution. And why would he do that? Why, indeed. Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. Is that true? Sure. But Falcon is a bird of prey. It is in his very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubts that when the pressure rises, he will show his true colors. I'm not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JJ was a buffoon, an imbecile and a troglodyte, but I never would describe him as a person of malice. Time will tell. Do you need me for anything else, Inspector? Or shall I continue my investigation into the croque-monsieur? There is one more thing. Take this. It's a gun? A pistol? No thank you, Inspector. These are dangerous times. If you face a violent threat, you cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours. Reminds you of French music and put it in Discord? Sure, yeah, go ahead. You can put it in songs. At least I think it's called Songs, the channel. I'm well aware, I just find that these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide. Fine, I'll keep hold of it. Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you have been most helpful. I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. Okay, interesting. So they... Apparently J.J. Falcon changed his name. But why? And what was his name previously? Interesting. We could go to the pub, the tavern. Le Canard Joueur. No drinking. Bad, Falcon. Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government, therefore they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's you two. What will it be today? Wine or beer? I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Madame Cornell. And we're looking for a man called the Croque-Monsieur. Have you seen him? No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay, have you heard of any patrons bad-mouthing the government? Of course, this is a tavern, hun. If people couldn't come here to grow up and talk politics, where else could they go? That's true, but has anyone stood out? Well, just between you and me, the pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying they are or they aren't rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madame. Let's see where to go. Okay. I guess we go to the drinking room. Well, actually, we'll go to the card room first. Wow, the big fellow has returned. Here to play some cards, monsieur. Sure, let's play some cards. I know how to play, yes. 5 francs per game. Great. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Got him. Oh, plate pusher. Here's your payout. Shall we have another round? No. I won. Let's go. Nice. And that's when the mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea where she's going to keep him, though. Pierrot, you know that she hates being called mademoiselle. You're going to get stuck with guard duty again. Oh, right you are. The madame it is, then. Wait, she isn't married, is she? So, why do we have to call her madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way. She would straight up eat me alive if I asked her directly. Wait, hush up. Do you smell that? It smells like eavesdroppers. Can I help you, messieurs? What were you talking about? Well, I would like to include you in our conversation, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think that's any of your business. It is a parrot, yes. It is our business. As a matter of fact, it is our business. You see, we want to fight alongside the rebels. We do? Listen here, you... Hold on, Pierrot, let me handle this. Listen, messieurs, I've seen you two around a couple of times. We're acquaintances, I suppose. Now, I don't know who you are, but I do know that your line of work involves a fair amount of investigation. Therefore, I must assume that you're some sort of detective or prosecutor. Am I far off the mark? Well, as I thought. Now, I don't claim to be part of any secret rebel alliance. I've never heard of such a thing. But if I were a member of any such hypothetical group, I would not allow entry of a man of the law like yourself. Understood? Damn, that's a solid shutdown. Yeah, I'll try asking something else. Have you heard of the croque-monsieur? Have you heard of a man called... Falcon, wait. There's a slight chance that these guys might be rebels, right? So if we ask directly, they might be scared off. Good point. I'll try to keep it subtle. Where did you get the rifle? I see you are carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Ah, good question. See, most hunters around here are carrying old French Charlesvilles, but this beauty is something special. See, it's American, from the Springfield Armory, model 1812, percussion lock firing mechanism. An American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. It must have been hard to procure. It's true that you can't buy guns of this quality from standard street sellers, but if you know the right people... Please, go on. Well... Okay, listen carefully. You didn't hear it from me, but to meet the croque-monsieur... Actually, it would be foolish for me to explain in public. It would be much easier if you just take this. Book of Judges. What is this? Some sort of law book? The book's subject is not important, just take it. Oh, I see. It's the Book of Judges from the Bible, Old Testament stories of God smiting people and stuff. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Oh my god, Falcon, please. Nor am I. Then why are you...
Just take it, you idiot. Bible books are what we use to pass around them code phrases, don't we?
Code phrases? Piero, please. I'm trying to be low-key. I can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours.
Right you are.
Try to forget what my friend said. Just with a little searching and with the contents of that good book, you should be able to get what you desire.
Is that a religious metaphor?
Just do Falcon Punch. If only. No, monsieur, I'm being very literal. Well, thank you very much for the gift, monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to our gun salesman. Ah, I see. Well, I hear that there is an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show the man your new book, he will be able to find your particularly spiritual passage.
Are you sure this isn't all a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me.
I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, monsieur. Friar at Notre Dame. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make a note. Okay. That's all. You shouldn't get involved with this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the croque-monsieur and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do. Okay. So we could have... Okay, so we could have not spent money here. But we already have, so we might as well go here, right? The Canagerie, you love the name? It's a good name, yeah. Monsieur Phelps, you've managed to dig up some good information, I trust. There is good news and there is bad news. Hit me with the bad first. The croque-monsieur refuses to speak with anyone who does not know a secret password. And I'm afraid I was unable to procure that particular password. I see, that is a problem. So what is the good news? If you want to meet the croque-monsieur anyway, I've learned that he lurks around the Rue de Marmousets on Friday evening.
The Rue de Marmousets? Oh, the Monkey Road by Notre Dame. That's easy enough to get to.
I apologize that I could not be of more help. It's no problem at all, monsieur. You've given us a fantastic lead. Rue de Marmousets on Friday, I'll be there.
And this password shouldn't be too hard to uncover. We just have to find someone with a loose enough tongue.
I shan't delay you two any longer.
Okay.
So on Friday. So we've got time. We can go to Notre Dame. Maybe they'll help us with the password. Scaffolding lines much of the crumbling outer wall, unperturbed, a handful of devotees are silently kneeled in thought.
Here for a little prayer, are we, Falcon? I had no idea you were the religious type.
Don't be silly, I'm following up on Fontaine's lead. We must find our mystery friar.
Do you think it's that hunched over fellow over there? I bet it's him, he looks super suspicious.
It could be. Let's show some tact.
Excuse me, Monsieur Friar.
Do you know what tact is, Sparrowson? Wait. I don't trust them. Welcome, brothers, welcome. All are welcome under the roof of the house of God. Are you here to confess your sins, or perhaps you wish to join in our services? Actually, Friar, we are here because...
Falcon, that friar, he looks eerily familiar.
Now that you mention it, he does look a little like the guy who delivers our post, doesn't he?
What? No, that's not who I meant. And how does he look anything like our postman? Am I going mad?
Your friend appears to be upset. Don't mind him, he's just in a huff because he thinks you look like the judge we once met. Judge Romulus, I get that all the time. I'm his twin brother, you see.
Oh, good. I'm not going mad.
Friar, would you say you had a good relationship with Romulus? We were close, but as you may have heard, he got into trouble with the law recently. I haven't seen him in weeks. I see. Didn't mean to pry. It's no trouble, but tell me, why are you here, my brothers? Oh, right. Well, we have a couple of questions. Could you take a look at this? We have something that we would like to show you. Could you take a look at this? We heard that you could give special passage readings. I see. You have your own copy of the Book of Judges. I think you will find chapter 15, verse 2 to be particularly enlightening.
Let's see. Chapter 15, verse 2.
This chapter follows the journey of Samson, the heroic judge with divine strength. In this part of the scriptures, Samson is confronted by the men who are angered by Samson's notion of justice. Please, could you read the passage?
Okay. 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam. They said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And Samson said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them.
As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. A beautiful sentence, wouldn't you agree? It's poetic. I mean, I don't want to say barbaric. I kind of... It's in the middle a bit. It's poetic, a beautiful summation of justice. You understand the passage, that's delightful to hear. Yes, Samson was a great judge. He was a judge of today who sits in a high chair and files endless paperwork, but an old judge, a holy judge, a Shophet. Shophets were to be admired and feared. They made their own judgments and dispensed their own punishments. I'm starting to ramble, aren't I? Okay, let's get back to the point. The key word of the day is Etam. That's the name of the cave where Samson hid, the rock of Etam. Etam, got it. I'll make a note.
It's like backwards mate, but I'm confused. What do we do with this keyword?
That is for you to learn your own, my brothers. You appear to be intelligent. I'm sure that if you put your faith in the right people, you can uncover the truth. We'll see what we can do. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Perhaps you wish to make a confession. What's with all the scaffolding? That's right, a little repair, a little renovation. It's no secret that the cathedral has seen better days. The cult of reason did a lot of damage back in the days of the revolution. But now we're on our way to restoring this holy place to its former glory.
The cult of reason? The religion of Christianity. Hey Falcon, what's the difference between a religion and a cult?
Don't be rude, Sparrowson. Don't worry, my brother, I understand how it is. To a young person, all ideologies look like gobbledygook in different packaging, don't they?
Pretty much.
Then maybe you'll come to learn the differences as you grow up. I promise some ideologies are worth following to the very end. But let's not talk any more about cults and ideologies.
I don't want any more now. Sparrowson does have a cute head, yes. I love Sparrowson. He's a good boy. So we have to keep ourselves busy until Friday. I guess we can go to the library, maybe? Time to hit the books, am I right? If you're looking for croque monsieur recipes, I guess that would be in the cooking section. We aren't here for recipes, Barrison. The librarian fellow seems pretty intelligent. If there's something we've overlooked, he would know. Would you mind lowering your voices? You're disturbing me during my daily crossword. Oh, I should have known. Oh my god, I never noticed his name before. Nathan. Why? It's so bad. This is too harlequins. It's good to see you too, monsieur. We have some questions. Of course you do. Fine, let's get this over with so I can get back to my puzzle. You don't have the reference? So, you have people called Nathan with like Nathan, right? It's just a pretty normal name. And Nay, as this is written, is like the sound of what a horse makes. Like the sound a horse makes is called a neigh, basically. So it's it's a very bad pun. He just wants to horse around, I guess, yeah. I guess he just wants to horse around. Let's get this over with so we can get back to my puzzle. Do you know about the uprising? Would you care to be more specific? A Paris uprising. You two cannot be serious. You want me to talk about every rebellion, revolution, and revolt that Paris has ever been through? We would be here all night. What about an uprising that hasn't happened yet? A future uprising? I read the newspapers, monsieur. The government tries to strangle the media, but the truth shines through the gaps of censorship. The citizens' contempt for our current leaders is blatant. A future revolt is a very real possibility. That's all I know. Also, hi Zombified. I didn't even say hi when I read your thing. I hope you're well. Have you heard of the croque monsieur? The sandwich? Of course I've heard of it. No, I mean a person with that name. No, it doesn't ring any bells. I'm familiar with the Earl of Sandwich. Is that any help? Wait, you can become an Earl of Food now? I'm in the wrong profession. Never mind, we'll try something else. Trying to wake up? That's the mood. I hope it goes well. Okay. I don't know where to go. Because I don't think we'll get any more information till Friday, really. I guess we can go to... We can go to the hospital, why not? There he is, Sparrison. Go ahead and say what you need to say. Excuse me, Dr. Fowler. I just wanted to thank you for, you know, giving me an antidote and, making me well and stuff. It's no trouble at all. Sparrison, wasn't it? Of course, there's a small matter of the dead. Right. Let's see. 1 hospital bed, 1 dose of specialized antidote, expert medical care from the attending physician. The total comes to 500 francs. Falcon? Can I get an advance on this month's pay? And next month's? And maybe the months after? Calm down, Sparrison. I'm sure the doctor's a reasonable man. He will surely allow you to pay in installments. Of course, of course. Oh, thank goodness. With my current wages, I should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century. Hey, your pay isn't that bad. No, there's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. You messieurs are lawyers, yes? If you do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the bill down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind? I mean, oop. Yeah, that works. That's fine. Debt collection. Sounds time consuming. No, no, no. Sorry, Doctor, but we don't have the time to be playing hired muscle shenanigans. We're actually in the middle of a very important investigation. Falcon, please, I don't want to spend my whole life paying the price for eating a bad chocolate wrapper. Let's hear the good doctor out. Alright, alright. There's a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts at collecting his bill ever since. I wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor. He can easily afford to front a bill. I would greatly appreciate it if you would pay him a visit and strong-arming into loosening his purse strings. Well, I'm not making any promises, but maybe we can swing by the inventor's house if we have a free minute. Thanks, Falcon. And thank you, Doctor. We will dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment. Right. I mean, we've got free time, so we can do this. Atelier de Trouvé. I guess. Oh, who's this guy? Gustave. Go in. Are you Monsieur Gustave Trouvé? I am. And you are? Debt collectors, come up, scumbag. Should we just, yeah, let's start like that, sure. Debt collectors. You've angered Dr. Falret and we're here to collect on his behalf, one way or another. Oh mon dieu. You should have never messed with a good doctor. It's time to pay. Cough up the moolah. Yeah, cough it up, or we're going to start breaking legs. That's a little much, Barrison. Yeah. It sounded fine in my head, but now I'm hearing it out loud. There's no need to get violent, messieurs. I'm happy to pay the debt. Oh, good. We can drop the tough guy routine then. I don't quite have enough money on hand, but... what to do? What to do? Oh, I know. I have a brand new invention that will blow the doctor's socks off. It's a device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field. I imagine the doctor would prefer hard cash over some gadget. No, trust me. This baby will easily be worth 10,000, no, 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it. Oh, alright, then hand the device over and I'll pass it along to Dr. Felrad straight away. Well, it's not that simple. The device isn't finished yet. It's not finished? I know exactly what needs to be done, but I'm missing some crucial parts. Perhaps if you had some time to spare, you could help me out? Run out and collect what I need? Oh my god, what is this? What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you have to do shopping, then you should do it yourself. Falcon, please, help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt. Alright. No need to get all panicky. We'll hear the man out, at least. Great, I'll take notes. What is it that you need? Let's see. I need a copper pot. Pot, as in like a saucepan. What on earth for? It's a necessary component of my invention. I can use it to build a portable electric battery. You see, when a zinc rod is suspended into sulfuric acid accompanied by a copper surface, a current is generated. Save me the scientific mumbo-jumbo. One metal pot should be trivial to acquire. One copper pot. Oh, the copper pot is important? Okay, one copper pot. Wonder where we could find one of those. I've seen copper kettles at the Hall Market, although those things aren't too cheap. I can't help but feel that I saw a copper pot somewhere else. What else? A string. High-grade string to bind some components of the device together. Hi, Age. How are you doing? Welcome.
Seems simple enough. I imagine the Hall Market would have that in abundance. Can we really afford to blow our whole budget at the market, Falcon? Surely there's a cheaper way to acquire string. Look, I have a loose thread on my jacket. Take it. The string must be higher quality than that, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade. Oh, I see. Was there anything else you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps? Oh no, that's everything. Alright, I've got it all written down. Shopping list. I feel a little conned. We came here to collect a debt on a debt and left with a shopping list. You're going to follow through and get Monsieur Trouvé's items, right? We'll see. Oh god. Oh no. I mean, we have one day. I don't think we can get... I don't think we can get everything. I mean, we can go to the hall and see what options do we have. I see such as Spider's silverware store. Too pricey. Let's take it down a notch. Okay, how about that place over there? Harry Hippopotamus's Pottery and Haberdashery. That name just rolls off the tongue. Still too pricey. We're buying for a mad scientist, not for the Queen of England. What about that bill stand? Rue's Odds and Ends. Looks cheap, and I even see a copper kettle in the back. Now we're talking. Excuse me, madame. Oh, wait. Those two look familiar. I recognize you. Weren't you two begging outside Chateau Cagnier a couple of weeks ago? We gave them money. Maybe they'll help us. Oh yeah, that was us. Thank you for your generosity, monsieur. We put your money to good use, see? We started a business. At Rue's Odds and Ends, we sell everything. I suppose the congratulations are in order? It's no small feat to pull yourself out of the streets in today's economy. So, do we get a discount? A discount? Oh, we did help kickstart your little enterprise. I suppose we are investors of sorts. Sorry, monsieur, there's no discounts. You gave us a donation out of the generosity of your hearts. Oh. Because you're such nice people. But maybe we can help you out. What is it you wanted? A copper kettle? 30 francs. Fine. We'll take it. And here's your kettle. Pleasure doing business with you. Is there anything else? Any string? Here we go. A nice long reel of strong thread. Looks to be 10 meters or so. Would that work? I think so. How much? 15 francs. Sure. We're just spending all our money. It's fine. And here's your string. Great. We got them. We're done. Okay. But now it's Friday. So we need to go to the Rue de Marmousset. Is that him? It must be. Excuse me, monsieur. I don't recognize you fellas. What's the password? The password? Atom. Oh, I took you fellas for bird brains cops, but you actually know the secret password. So what do you want? Well, let's start with introductions. You are the croque monsieur, are you not? That's the croque monsieur to you. Yeah. Of course. I should have known. Wonder people always get the pronunciation wrong. I'm not really hearing the difference. In any case, Monsieur Croque Monsieur, my name is... Don't tell me, you idiot. Bringing up names can mess up an entire meeting. Why do you think I use an alias? Just tell me what you want. Drugs, guns, explosives, slaves. Come on, I don't have all day. Well, to be honest, what I really want is... information. I want to buy a lot of guns. No, tell me about the rebels. I know you've been supplying weapons to a rebel group.
I want to know everything. Who they are, where they're meeting, what they bought from you. If I sold on my customers, it wouldn't be good for my reputation, now would it? I suppose that's true. Just kidding, money beats integrity all day. Pay me 500 francs and I'll give you the dirt. 500 francs for information, that seems a little steep. Steep? This intel is probably worth 50,000 francs to the Parisian police. I'm giving you a bargain. Listen, you pay me the full 500 right now and I'll tell you exactly when and where you can find the rebels. You take checks? Very funny, and no, I don't take pocket lint either. It's cold hard Napoleons only. Well, well, well. Oh no. St. Bird, it's the fuzz. Cheese it. Oh, wait. Monsieur Croque Monsieur, come back. Never fear, Falcon. I'll tail the dastardly fellow. Oh no, Sparrowson. Don't get too close, Sparrowson. The crocodile's got a gun. What's all this ruckus? Playing cops and robbers, are we, JJ? Are you blind, Severin? That was the Croque Monsieur. We were on the crux of extracting some vital information about the rebels, but your smug entrance just ruined everything. That was the Croque Monsieur? Never would have guessed. You don't sound very concerned. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm quite impressed that you managed to track down such an elusive criminal. But I have something much more pressing that I need to discuss with you. More pressing than finding the rebels. Perhaps. JJ, I want you to answer this question sincerely and honestly. Did you go by a different name prior to enrolling at Paris Law School? What? What does that have to do with the rebel investigation? Or to do with anything, for that matter? I would appreciate it if you just answered the question, JJ. I need to hear it from your own beak. Have you ever gone by a different name? Yes. I don't deny it. A man has a right to change his name. Indeed, a man does have that right, but why would a man do such a thing? I don't appreciate your accusatory tone. You sound just like Inspector Valerti. Wait, that's it, isn't it? The inspector ordered you to dig up some dirt on me, didn't he? Answer me, Severin. What is going on? What did Inspector Valerti say? Man, that croc can run. It appears that you two are making solid progress with your investigation. I'll be sure to let the inspector know. Where are you going? We haven't finished our discussion, Severin. We have. I've learned what I came here to find out. Good day, JJ. Good day, Sparrowson. What? What was that all about? It doesn't matter. Severin's just poking his beak where it doesn't belong. Nosy. Lighter. So, tell me about your little adventure, Sparrowson. You lost the Croque Monsieur, I take it? Yeah. He looks like a stumpy reptile, but he ran like a gazelle. I lost him in no time at all. I see. Well, with the Croque Monsieur's lead gone, our investigation has reached a dead end. Not entirely. He dropped something during the chase. He dropped something? What exactly? I'll show you. Follow me. I think you need to do more exercise, Sparrowson. Don't judge me. Ow. 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 Oh dear, what is it now? Muscle cramp? No. My foot's hurting. I think I got something in my shoe. Oh, grit your beak and bear it. This is around where you saw the crocodile drop something, right? Yeah, somewhere around here. Then let's put on our investigation hats and find whatever it is. Okay, so... where are we? What is this? The sign is difficult to read. The paint is faded. Trodel Fouché? Tricodel Foucault. There's no way it says that. You just made those words up. All words are made up, Falcon. I mean, true. Okay, this is definitely what we're looking for, but what about this light? Does that street lamp look broken to you? Yep. I think all the street lamps on the street have been vandalized. The ground is covered in glass from the broken panes. Oh, that explains why my foot is hurting. It does? There's glass in the sole of my shoe. I must have trodden on some shards while chasing after the croque-monsieur. Oh no, my good shoes are ruined. Well, I wouldn't say good. You paid 20 cents for them. File this away in the evidence folder. You want me to file away the broken glass? Yep, I'm filing an official formal complaint to the government. Their faulty street lamp has ruined my shoes and I'm owed compensation. I think government officials have better things to do than worry about your 20-cent shoes, person. We'll just see about that. Are you satisfied? We have real evidence to find. Okay, maybe that was important actually. Noah's bar. All animals are welcome. Except mosquitoes. You bloodsuckers can go get your fix someplace else. Noah feels pretty strongly about mosquitoes, huh? Well, he has a point. I'm not saying all mosquitoes are bloodsuckers, but... Well, Falcon, keep it classy. I'm just stating facts. Damn mosquitoes. I see hanging bushels of onions. Bushels? That can't be right. It's sprigs. Sprigs of onions. How about bundle of onions? That's pretty neutral. Confederacies of onions. Okay, we're done. Flocks of onions. We're done. Oh, I love Sparrowson. Yeah, this. This is the thing that croque-monsieur dropped. It's a list. 40 muskets, 20 pistols, gunpowder, 3,000 musket balls to be delivered to the sleeping city. This is an invoice. I don't see any names on here, but given the contents and quantities, the goods are probably intended for the rebels. Excellent find, Sparrowson. It was nothing. But the sleeping city, where could that be? Well, it's a city that sleeps a lot, so somewhere in Spain would be my guess. I'm pretty sure that the location is not a literal city. For one thing, we already know the city where the rebels are gathering. It's right here in Paris. The sleeping city is a code phrase, like a riddle. A riddle, huh? Well, I'm stumped. And ing is getting us nowhere. We must find someone who can solve it. We need a person who is knowledgeable about all manner of riddles and puzzles. Know-it-all, huh? Precisely. In the meantime, I'll file this away for safekeeping. Do you think the croc dropped anything else? Don't. Just do a little scroll. Okay, just this thing. An empty card. Someone has scrawled the word Descartes on it. The owner's name, perhaps. Oh my god. I don't think so, Falcon. See the graffiti on the wall behind you? The wall. I knew it was such... Oh my god. Someone thinks they're funny. Fucking... Whoever made this game, they do like their puns. Oh, what's this? La Lyon. Is the room to your liking, mademoiselle? Don't call me that. My apologies, madame, but what are your thoughts? Is the room suitable? It's dark, cramped, and more than a little macabre, but it will do. Excellent. I have hired private security to guard the entrance 24 hours a day. Rest assured, your weapons are safe. Tell me, Friar, are we doing the right thing? Of course we are, madame. There cannot be change without bloodshed. No revolution without revolution. Surely you aren't having second thoughts. Of course not. I want nothing more than to serve justice to the corrupted rulers of this country. When the time comes... I'll be the one to pull the trigger. Ooh. Okay. So about the riddles... Let's go here. Do you think Nathan likes riddles? Of course, all librarians like riddles. Seems like a bit of a stereotype, that's all I'm saying. Stereotype or not, we have to hope that it's true. Well, the last time we were here, he told us he liked puzzles, so, you know. That often is our best chance of getting up to the bottom of this. Time to put our polite faces on, here now. Good day, Dromio and Dromio. Why, good day, monsieur. It's a pleasure to see you again on this fine day. Tell me, kind monsieur, do you like riddles? Of course. Here's one for you, messieurs. What has 2 mouths and 4 ears, yet talks twice as much as it listens? It's, well, us, but, it's you, messieurs. You come in here yammering and yelling, never stopping to close your beaks for 1 minute. Oh, very good, monsieur. Laughs person. We need to get into his good books. What was that? Sorry, I can't fake laugh. Oh mon dieu. Stop this farce. You messieurs obviously have some inane riddle you want solving, so let's hear it. Go on, spit it out. Bunny, hi, how are you doing? Doing lurk until break when you can focus on these burps? Well, it's nice to see you. I hope you have a good lurk. And maybe I'll see you in a bit when you're able to focus more. Oh, right. Well, tired was all. Well, I am also tired. So we can be tired together and hopefully get through it together. Maybe. Well, if we were to say that there's a place called the Sleeping City in Paris, where would it be? That's a new one. The Sleeping City. Got it. Really? Of course, the riddle was trivially easy. There are plenty of locations that could be called the Sleeping City, but only one place earns that title in Paris. Oh, and where would that be? We know the answer, of course, obviously. We're just fact-checking to make sure you got it right. Think it through, messieurs. What kind of city is only inhabited by those who sleep all day and all night? I got it. Spain. Don't be doubts, person. Spain isn't a city, but perhaps the monsieur is referring to the capital of Spain, Madrid. A nice sleepy place. Spain? Madrid? You two are remarkably dense, aren't you? Sleep is a metaphor. Actually, it's one of the oldest and most powerful metaphors in the history of literature. It symbolizes death itself. The Sleeping City obviously refers to a city of the dead, a necropolis. Think, messieurs, think. Use your puny avian brains. Do we have any necropolises in Paris? Of course. The catacombs. The winding tunnels of the dead that lie beneath our very feet. Very good, messieurs. That's the first semi-intelligent thing you have managed to say all day. You have more questions, don't you? Oh, yes. Tell us about the catacombs. The cemeteries of Paris were overflowing by the end of the last century. It was a mess from what I hear. To create space, King Louis XVI ordered for old skeletons to be excavated and put into the unused mine tunnels that lie under the city. So with a little renovation and many years of hard work, the mines were successfully turned into a subterranean mausoleum. So what, it's basically a grave for a few thousand skeletons? Millions, more like. Don't underestimate the size of the tunnels, monsieur. How can we get in? I know that the bourgeois like to tour the catacombs, don't they? Correct. It was quite a bourgeois tourist hotspot some 20 years ago. But if you were hoping to pay a visit, you are too late. The church has all entrances sealed shut fairly recently. Why would the church do that? Believe it or not, they considered the turning of a mausoleum into a tourist attraction to be in poor taste. Oh, right. They shut down all entrances. Really? Surely there must be one or two left untouched. If there is such an entrance, it is not public knowledge. I see. I think we're done here for now. Thank you for your time. Good day. If the Sleeping City really is the Paris catacombs, then there must be some way to get in. An underground tunnel network would probably be connected to the city sewers, right? So we just need to find the right manhole and boom, we're in spooky, scary skeleton town. That's a good idea. Or maybe it connects to the Seine. Perhaps some swimming is in order. You two dunces are going to get yourself killed. If you really wish to visit the catacombs, you would be best off asking those responsible for the closures. The dead people? The church, monsieur. The church would know if any unsealed entrances still exist. Oh, right. God. Okay, well let's go to the atelier because we do have his stuff. Come in. Ah, it's you two. Have you managed to gather the materials I need? Yes, monsieur. The string and copper pot, exactly as described. Here you go. What is this? A fancy kettle? It's made of copper, I suppose, but what an odd choice. It was a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but with a bit of asking around, we managed to find suitable substitutes. There's a general store down the street that sells stray and discounted copper pots and the like. I assumed you would have gone shopping there. Well, no matter. Give me 1 minute and I'll finish assembling the device. Okay. Ta-da! May I proudly present to you Gustave Trevet's magnificent Explorer Extractor Surgical Device. Trademarked, patent pending. It looks like a pair of kitchen tongs hooked up to a stewing pot. Agreed. I wasn't expecting something so low-tech and, well, bad. Perhaps a demonstration is in order? One moment, if you please. Psst, Falcon. That thing looks like junk. This whole fetch quest has been a waste of our time. I suspected that the man was delusional from the very start. It would explain why he was treated by a mental health professional. There's nothing to be done, though. Let's just humor Gustave until we get an opportunity to leave. Cut our losses. What about my medical debt? Time for a demonstration. Get ready to have your stockings blown off, messieurs. So here we have one piece of regular piece of meat. Yes, okay. Perfect wording there. Imagine, if you will, that this is a soldier. Okay, that's meat is a soldier. An oddly shaped and potentially tasty soldier. And here we have a small piece of iron. Imagine, if you will, that this is a musket ball. So, a soldier's wandering through a battlefield, not a care in the world, when all of a sudden... Yeah, not a care in the world in the battlefield, right? Bam! The person has been shot. The musket ball has been embedded in the man's flesh. I'm scared, Falcon. He slammed that metal into the meat like a madman. Quick, messieurs, you're a battlefield medic. The soldier is wounded and you have precious little time. What do we do? Battlefield surgery. Well, I'm no surgeon, but I think most doctors would feel around for the musket ball fragments and then carefully use a scalpel. How archaic, how slow, how imprecise. And we hear you wondering, Monsieur Trevet, surely there must be a better way. I wasn't... Well, wonder no more. Behold, the Explorer Extractor. Watch as I power up the device. And then as I move the detector component over the meat... Is that thing humming? It is, monsieur. When the electromagnet component of the Explorer Extractor detects a piece of iron, the device vibrates and emits a soft hum. I must say I'm actually impressed, monsieur. A device that can detect metal beneath flesh. That's innovative. I've never heard of such a thing before. Yeah, but why limit it to battlefield surgery? You could repurpose that thing to become some sort of treasure hunting device. That would make you really rich. Hold your horses, messieurs. Hold your horses. I'm not done yet. You've only seen half of the device's capabilities, the exploration part. Now you can witness the second part, extraction. Did that thing just... Yep, suck out that bullet like a pip from a grapefruit. Behold, the original piece of iron removed swiftly and precisely from the flesh. So what do you think? Pretty revolutionary, huh? I think that meat looks a lot less appetizing than before. It's practically exploded. I have no idea what to think. Monsieur Gervais, you are a strange and mightily terrifying individual, but I cannot fault the innovation of your device. We shall pass it along to Dr. Felred and let him decide its worth. Ah, thank you, thank you. I'm sure the good doctor will approve. I'm hungry. Let's pick up some steaks on the way back to the office. Let's not. Okay, let's go back to the hospital. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh no, it is this one. But it won't take me any time. Okay. Ah, you've returned. Were you successful? Well, Monsieur Gervais didn't have any money, but he did give us something that he claimed to be extremely valuable. Go ahead, take it. He said you could keep it. What is this? Monsieur Gervais called it an explorer extractor. He said it would revolutionize the medical field. I don't quite understand how it works, but maybe I could demonstrate it if you have a piece of meat and a lump of metal handy. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I sent you to retrieve owed money. Instead you returned several days late with this child's toy. Just forget it. Forget the whole task. It was foolish of me to rely on private attorneys, and it was foolish of me to assume that a crazed inventor would produce money when asked. Keep your toy. Good day, messieurs. So, do I get a discount on my bill? Dr. Felred, about that discount? Oh, he's gone. Sorry, Sparrowson. Doesn't look like you're getting your discount. Well, there go my year's wages. So, what do we do now? Well, have a good lurk, Zelda. And thank you for being here. Okay. So we're back to our original investigation. Let's go to the Notre Dame. It's very dark. I really need to turn on the lights. But at the same time, I don't want to get up and turn on the lights. Did you sneak out the Louvre again? I keep telling you, my brother, you can't risk being seen. There's too much at stake. But the good word must be spread, my brother. We need as many supporters as possible. No more sulking in the shadows, no more cowering in the dark. We must rise up against our oppressors. Oh, but before I forget, here's your pen back. I borrowed it. Again? What's happened to yours? I lost it. So careless. Don't sweat the petty things, brother. Let's focus on removing the obstacles that stand in the way of our father's dream. Right, like that annoying little bird who's been poking his beak into our business. He's dangerously close to uncovering our secret. You want me to take care of him? It would be in our interests. I have a trap in mind, but... Ah, someone's coming. Go hide. Ah, my brothers have returned. What can I do for you today? A confession, perhaps? Actually, Friar, we're here for information. We want to learn about the catacombs that lie under Paris. The catacombs? You don't want to go there, my brother. It's a wretched, haunted place. I'm sure it is, but we know that the church was responsible for having the entrances sealed shut. So we figured that maybe there was a super secret fire-only entrance that only you know about. The secret entrance. That's an interesting idea. You know, you're not the first birds to have asked about that. We aren't? Yes, yes. A cockerel paid a visit yesterday. Perfect posture and snooty one-eyed and scowling. The first. A prosecutor, I think he said he was. Anyway, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. If you venture into the catacombs, you will not return. Understood. Is that a threat? No, just a friendly word of caution. We wouldn't want anyone to get lost in the endless maze, would we? Now, if you two will excuse me, I have a sermon to prepare. Be on your way. Damn, another dead end. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. We can go tell the inspector what we found and call it a day. Don't quit just yet. I managed to take something from the friar's pocket when he gave his little warning. Seriously, again? This is becoming something of a bad habit for you. Well, go on then. Let's see what you pilfered. Yes. You found this pen. In the friar's robes. Yep. Interesting. Actually, this is more than interesting. This is amazing. This is the exact same pen that Judge Romulus uses. It even contains the same green ink. Huh. Do you think it's exactly the same pen, or do you think Romulus and Remus just have a matching set? I honestly don't know. But I do know that this may come in handy. I'm going to keep hold of it. We're still at a dead end though. My gut tells me that the friar is hiding something, but I can't get him to cough up. It's not like we can beat information out of him. Let's just go do other stuff. And maybe we'll stumble across some more clues. Maybe you're right. Let's go. I do want to check. So we have this album. I'm pretty sure this is the last chapter, because it ends here. There's people we haven't met, but other than that, I think we're on the last chapter. I don't know how long this is gonna keep going though. Let's go to the Palais de Justice. Ah, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Monsieur Falcon and Blueburton? Sparrison. Right, Sparrison. Your Honor, we heard that you had an accident with a flight of stairs. It's good to see you back on your feet. A flight of stairs? No, I was actually assaulted, if you can believe that. I can believe that. I was just standing by the sand, minding my own business, and the next thing I know, I was on a riverbank, 100 kilometers downstream. That sounds a little familiar. When I awoke, I had a mild case of amnesia. I thought I was an axolotl accountant. It took 2 weeks for me to return to full mental health. In any case, Your Honor, it's good to see you back and healthy. Would you mind if we ran a couple of questions by you as part of an investigation? Have you heard of the croque-monsieur? Referring to the arms dealer, yep. The man is notoriously unfindable and uncatchable. I don't think anyone has seen his face. Okay. Have you heard rumors of the uprising? You've no idea how many criminals rant about bringing down the government. Yeah, I was in charge of prosecuting the ones behind the June Days uprising of 32. I hear that imposter Judge Romulus had some very strange things to say. Cults, anarchy, fire and gunpowder. The man is not mentally stable. We knew that much already. Okay, so that's it. Oh. Only one? What is this? Oh. Cutscene. There he is. That's the rooster who shot the croque-monsieur. Oh no. Oh no. I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrison. We're nearly there. Alright, let me just deal with this letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico. Severin? Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. Let's hear it. JJ, if this letter reaches you uninterrupted, then it means that I have been captured or killed by the rebels. What? Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of a midnight trade between the rebels and the Croque-Monsieur on Rue de Marmousets. I intend to watch from the shadows, but I know that such a mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. If this is the last correspondence you'll ever hear from me, then I suppose I should end on a positive note. Falcon, you are a good friend and an excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all these years. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some kind of setup. It's Severin's handwriting. Where do you think he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. But we have to go help him, right? I mean, if that trade was at midnight last night, and it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Falcon. Pull yourself together. We've got to act fast. Well, there's still time on the clock. Sparrowson, I have a bad feeling in my gut. Well, yeah, me too. This letter is terrifying stuff. No, you don't understand. I know that if Severin isn't already dead now, he will be very soon, and there's nothing we can do about it. What are you talking about? You don't know that. I do. I'm certain. We've messed up. We've missed something. We've overlooked something vital, and now Severin's fate is sealed. You're spouting defeatist nonsense. Come on, Falcon. Let's go visit the ruin of the Marmousets. We might find a clue. Oh no. Come on, Sparrowson, keep up. No time for wheezing. If Cocorico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby. Right. I mean, the blood, obviously. What's this? Lesson stationery. Come along for all your writing needs, whether you need paper, ink, or stamps. What are you doing? Stop procrastinating, Falcon. Cocorico's life is at stake. There's a pool of blood here. Looks fresh. Cocorico's? I see drag marks heading towards that tunnel, which leads straight to the Seine. If I had to guess, someone was killed here last night and their body was hastily disposed of in the river. But I see several sets of bloodied footprints too. Some are faint, but they head that way, towards the main road. So, he could still be alive? Let's see where the footprints go. Notre Dame. Here? The footsteps lead right into the Notre Dame? It seems that way. Unbelievable. Where's the friar when you need one? Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where it ends up. Wait a minute, Falcon. Shouldn't we get the police involved before we go any further? Police can't be trusted. You remember what Severin wrote in his letter? The inspector was the one who gave him the tip-off. Huh? What are you saying? Do you think the police are in on this? At this point, anything's possible. We have to stay focused on the trail. Hey, wait up. The way leads straight out. So... Man, I'm famished. When is the mouthy parrot gonna relieve me of duty so I can go grab a snack? The trail keeps going. Hey, isn't that the conciergerie jailkeeper? Quack? It's Quark, you dummies. I had no idea that you were a religious man, monsieur. I'm not. I had a career change. Private security pays much better than regular old jail keeping, you know? Monsieur, we don't have much time, so we'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to the door behind you. We need you to let us pass. Is the door behind me? Ha! You idiots. That door leads straight to the catacombs. You don't want to go there. Catacombs? And besides, just because I know how to get in doesn't mean I'm just going to let you pass. I've got a job to do. I have integrity. I promise to act as a guard and that's what I'm doing. You want a bribe, don't you? Bingo. What you got? He's a present. It must be tiring to stand there all day and night. I bet you would love something to eat. Now that you mention it, what you got? I have this box of chocolates. Here you go, monsieur. Ah, yeah, that's a jackpot right there. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So what do you say, monsieur? Can we go on? Oh yeah, no problem. There's a door behind me. I ain't stopping ya. There's a door to the catacombs? It's that simple. Yeah, it's that simple. What were you expecting, a hidden bookcase or something? Go on, go look. Yeah, what idiots. They're walking straight into a pitch black maze without even a torch. I wonder, will they get lost and starve, or will they find the crazy lion girl and get shot? Either way, ain't my problem. Yeah, he's got chocolates. Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves on the top of a stone staircase that spirals into the abyss below. Here goes nothing. They begin the descent. I knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson. Ah, I think that was the last step. Now it's just twisted tunnels ahead of us. I should take up smoking. If I smoked, I would have a match right now, and we would be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits, and I would probably be calmer. Keep it together, Sparrowson. I know, I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back if we reach a dead end. Ah, good thinking. Just like Theseus and the Minotaur. Wait, there aren't any Minotaurs in here, are there? Head of a bull, body of a bull, scary stuff. That's not... Actually, never mind. It feels like there's a gap in the wall here. I guess the path branches. I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. The air seems a little more stagnant on the right. Go to the stagnant one. The air must get more stagnant the deeper we travel into the tunnels. Let's press onward. The walls feel weird and bumpy. What kind of stone is this? I hate to break it to you, Sparrowson, but that's not stone. Oh, wait, so what is it? Well, we're in a crypt. Oh dear. I thought we would be dealing with one or two coffins, not walls of skeletons. Keep it together, Sparrowson. Severn's life is on the line. You're right. I have to stay focused. Oh, it looks like the path branches again. Are my eyes going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light coming from the right path? No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side. Follow the lights. It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. But that might just mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase. Hush, listen. Voices? Voices. We're getting close. Wait, Falcon, aren't you scared? Terrified. There they are. I'll ask one more time. What is your name? No, Cocorico. Are you with the police? The Royal Guard? Speak, bird. Man, Beaumont, we've been out all night, and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to Coke thing, he didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice? Justice. That word. Now the rooster finally crows. You want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I'm a public prosecutor for the Cour d'Assises. Oh, Savvy, it's been a pleasure. But we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? So without further ado, I hereby sentence you to... Wait a minute, Piero. This is no ordinary spy. Because he's a prosecutor? No, because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Wow, are you sure? I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there's no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of a homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? Jean Beaumont. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed his starving child. He took a handful of vegetables from a grocer's stand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his third. Do you remember him?
Mademoiselle, in all my days as a prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I'm not going to remember a single bread thief.
You rotten Connard. We're all just insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves on the streets as long as you can put criminals behind bars to meet your quota, am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severin Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of the Croque-Monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont.
Oh, I have been found guilty. Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me so you can fulfill your revenge fantasies, then by all means shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form.
A court of justice? Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Fair Remus, read this man his rights.
Remus, I think. With pleasure, madam.
Falcon, we have to make a move. Say something.
Speak up. Alright, I'm going in.
I'm coming too.
No, I need you to get out of here. Go find the police, Royal Guard, anyone. I'll stall for time.
Falcon. Okay, I'll go get help.
Do you have any last words? Just pull the bloody trigger and be done with it. Wait. Wait. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. You've dragged a man off the streets and decided his fate based purely on your own prejudices and whims.
Who the cluck does this bird brain think he is?
I'm this man's defense attorney. I am J.J. Falcon. JJ, what are you doing?
Defense attorney? You're a raving loony is what you are.
Or a spy. I've seen this monsieur eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone, please, hear me out. Oh, God. Fontaine, Pierre, Remus. I don't think Remus will listen to me at all. Let's try to appeal to Fontaine. Monsieur Fontaine, we've only met on a couple of occasions, but you seem like an intelligent and reasonable person. Why, thank you. I do consider myself to be reasonable. Then surely you can see something wrong with dragging someone off the streets and executing them without a trial. Well, I want to see a better friend, monsieur. A friend with actual liberty for once. I don't enjoy violence, but have no qualms with a traitor or two dying to achieve that noble goal. Means to an end, you know. Do you see, Falcon? This man's death is inevitable. But for the good of France and in the name of justice, he must be killed. Justice. There's that word again. Madame, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for, but shooting this man right now would not bring you justice. It would only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge. Justice, revenge, what's the difference? Due process, fairness, rationality.
Sure. Rationality, madame. Justice is carried out on the basis of hard facts and logic. It isn't distracted by petty emotions. Even putting aside my emotions, I can see this bird's guilt. Then this is your opportunity to prove it, madame. Show that you're a leader who acts with reason, not brute irrationality. Madame, surely you aren't entertaining the words of this heathen. Fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the croque-monsieur. Excellent. Shall we head back to my office and file the necessary papers? No, it's not gonna work. Don't take me for a fool. You walk us right into a trap. We shall have the trial right here and now. Right here? In the catacombs? It's as good a place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge. I volunteer. No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus. Just go see how the security is doing, Piero. We don't want any more spies wandering in. Right-yo. Perhaps I can help, madame. You know that I'm a pious man, after all. Okay, Remus, you can be our judge, and I will lead the prosecution. What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial. Look around you. As we speak, we are being watched and judged by countless dead men and women. They shall be our jury. That may work as a metaphor, but in practical terms. In practical terms, it is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty. After all, I'm the one who holds the gun. Well, it looks like we're ready to get started. Hi, combat. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're well. The trial of Severin Coquereau is underway. He stands accused of the murder of the man known as the croque-monsieur in cold blood. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue de Marmousets. Pierre alerted us and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene I saw the man known as the croque-monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Coquereau, still clutching his murder weapon. Am I to understand that you did not witness the crime firsthand, madame? That you only saw the aftermath? Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself. Madame Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running around our tunnels. I'm no pigeon, monsieur. He's a spy in any case. What say I execute him right now? It's alright, he's with me. With you? He's my assistant, he carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust that you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner? No, madame. Then take your lackey out of my sight. Well, this person got caught. You're alright? Nice. Good combat. I'm glad to hear it. I'm doing alright. I'm tired. I need to turn on the lights, but I don't want to get up. We are about to finish this game, I think. So that's something. But overall, I'm doing well. Psst, Falcon. What is it? I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows. Another rebel? I don't know. But he got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. What's this? A political pamphlet? Cold pamphlet at its... Okay, wait. What is this? Pamphlet on the cult of reason found by Sparrows in the catacombs. Okay. Sparrows always coming through with the clues, yeah. Well, best by getting back to my patrols then. Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not? I did, ma'am. Then you can be our first witness. Go stand in the center. Okie dokie. Do I need to say an oath or something? That won't be necessary. We trust you. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero. Okie dokie. I saw it as plain as day. The croque-monsieur was just minding his own business on the Rue de Marmousets when all of a sudden, this here brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired, the croque slumped to the floor, Using the last of his strength, the croque-monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The croc fired back.
So, to clarify, Cocorico shot first?
Yes, ma'am. No question there.
What happened next?
Well, I know you guys, Fontaine Remus and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I'd left it.
And there I saw the croque-monsieur and the murderous Severin Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero. A gasp, yes.
It's nothing, ma'am.
You see, Falcon, Pierre is not the sharpest knife in the kitchen.
True that.
But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madame. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What does that mean? I don't claim to be an expert of the law. That was always my brother's role in the family. But I think a cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it means that I would like to make sure that Pierre's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I will be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall we put an end to the trial?
No.
We will let this bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon, don't mess with me. Don't mess with you? If I get the slightest inkling that you're rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of the croque-monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Plain as day, croque-monsieur manages his business. Oh god, what do we have? We have the glass shards, which might be important. So, I'm gonna question the firing back part for now. You say that the croque-monsieur drew his gun and fired back with the last of his strength.
Yep. Bam.
Did the bullet hit Cocorico? No, he was uninjured at the time of capture. Well, he looks pretty injured right now. He took quite a beating. What of it? Let's not talk about that. That's fine. Just trying to get the facts straight. Yeah, the light was already broken. So was there a third shot? Is it possible there was a third gunshot?
I wasn't counting on nothing, but nah, I think I would have heard a third gunshot if there was one.
Let's see, but what if... Don't try to claim that there was a hidden sniper upon a rooftop or any similar drivel. None of us have the patience for that sort of yarn spinning. Okay, fine. No. Okay. Piero, you say that the Monsieur Cocorico fired first.
Yep, the bird's expression was stone cold.
Was he threatened? Did it look like Severin Cocorico was feeling threatened prior to the shooting?
Threatened how?
Well, did the croque-monsieur have his gun drawn?
I don't think so. The croc drew his gun, but that was only after getting shot.
I see what you're trying to argue, Falcon. You think this may have been a self-defense killing. It's a fruitless line of reasoning. The cockerel approached the crocodile. He is the one responsible for the encounter. Still...
Hey Falcon, these guys were buddies with the croque-monsieur. She won't be able to convince them that his murder was justified. You have to focus on the facts of the case, find an inconsistency and prove them wrong.
Okay. Fine. Let me... Let's just go through and see what
What happens? You claim that you saw the incident as plain as day. Yep, plain as day. Crime occurred at night. In February, on an overcast moonless night in an unlit alley. What's your point? It would have been too dark to see. So dark that you could not have possibly correctly identified the people involved. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon, you slipped up. You said that the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over the Rue de Marmoset. Oh, that's right, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumière. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. There are street lamps over Rue de Marmoset, but they wouldn't have been any good. The street lamps over Rue de Marmoset were broken. They are completely non-functional. As proof, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of the broken lamps. And I've still got the holes in the sole of my shoe, double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere. You could send one of your underlings to see the broken lamps for themselves if you want. And waste more time? I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic. Excuse me, Madame Beaumont? I don't remember whether the street lamps were or were not broken, but I do remember that we had to use a torch to light up the scene. Hey, whose side are you on? I'm just saying, Falcon might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible that there weren't any lit street lamps. Are you saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies. Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken. Maybe they weren't. It doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I personally saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? You must acknowledge that it is a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There's an inkling of doubt. You know there is a slight notion that Piero might be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. It wasn't badgering. On to the next witness. Madame Beaumont, do you have anyone in mind? I do. There's someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur. A man who knows everything there is to know about the craft of weaponry.
Oof, okay, I'm being summoned to a meeting. Love you. I believe in you. Solve the case. Combat 83 Heart.
Oh, thank you, Bunny. Thank you for the bits, and good luck with the meeting. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, that's me again. Shut up, Piero. Get off the stand. Yes, ma'am. I call Fontaine forward. Very well. Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist? Well, I hate to brag, but yes, I know about guns, their mechanics, their beauty. Have you heard about the revolver mechanisms America's developing? Wonderful stuff. Fontaine, let's stick to the guns that were found at the crime scene. Tell us about those. Oh, right. Very well. This is the gun found on Severin Cookery's person at the time of arrest. It is a standard issue percussion lock Chatelrod Gendarmerie pistol, 24 centimeter length, 15mm caliber. Lots of police and soldiers carry these things. It's a gun that says, I'm a reliable man of the law. That sounds like our Cocorico. Does it? Cocorico's always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. It's strange that he had a gun in the first place. And this is the gun found on the croque-monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It's a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory-handled, 20 centimeter length, 13mm caliber. This is an exquisite and highly customized gun. It's one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff. The croque-monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise that his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant. But what's really fascinating about the croque-monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of the pistol has been fitted with a set of grooves. But please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up to hear you show off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the croque-monsieur's bullet wound. Ah, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of the croque-monsieur's sternum and appeared to have a straight angle of entry. So in other words, the croque-monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot. That's right. The other interesting point was that the croque-monsieur's outer clothes were singed. This typically only occurs if a person is close enough that a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash. And how close does a person have to be burned by the muzzle flash? Less than 3 meters, I would say. 5 at the very most. Then there's no chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The croque-monsieur's killer was standing in the room with the marmosets themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in the Rue de Marmosets at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico. Well said, madame. I think you just unequivocally proved this bird's guilt. Not so fast. I would like to cross-examine the witness. I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there will be absolutely no doubt to anyone in this room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. Nice. Okay. Croque-monsieur was shot in his chest. You say that Croque-monsieur was shot in the chest at a straight-on angle. May I have a diagram? Yeah, let's do that. Dramatic forensic recreations. No, you can't have a diagram, you bloody idiots. I do not have the patience to watch you draw lines on a chalkboard to work out the location of a mythical second shooter. Use your heads. The gunman was standing right in front of the crocodile. Right, of course. No. Okay. Singed. Could something else cause the burn? Or would like to see them? No, that's... Like what? Ash from a cigar? Well, I guess. Hold on, Fontaine. Falcon, are you saying that you know the burn was caused by something else, or is this just blind gas work? I don't have any evidence. I'm just speculating, yeah. Okay. I need to... Fontaine, I have a question regarding Cocorico's gendarmerie pistol. Are you sure the gun was fired? That's an excellent question. Yes, there are a couple of ways. For around a minute after firing, a pistol's barrel is going to be hot to touch. That's a dead giveaway. But you could also check for gunpowder residue in the barrel and chamber. That would indicate that the gun has been fired since being cleaned. So, by your own analysis, would you say that Cocorico's weapon was fired last night? It's difficult to say. None of us thought to check the pistol's barrel temperature at the time of the incident, so we can't use that method. If I check for gunpowder residue now, I see a little in the barrel. It could indicate a recently fired weapon, but it could also indicate a lack of proper maintenance. So basically, you don't know whether this weapon was or wasn't fired. Okay. What about the turnover pistol? Tell us about the ammunition. I want to know. Oh, great. Now he'll never stop talking. I'm glad you asked, Falcon. See, as you probably know, most bullets are just small, round lead balls, right? But that's not the case here. This particular weapon uses an advanced, iron-tipped, aerodynamic, carefully grooved... Actually, it would be quicker if I just show you. Take a good look. This is an iron-tipped mini ball. It is very rare, top-of-the-line technology. Before last night, I had never seen one of these in person before. And like I said before, the croque-monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense that he would have access to the latest weaponry. Where did you find this bullet, Fontaine? In the turnover pistol's chamber. Okay. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the croque-monsieur fired his gun. So how is it possible that his gun was still loaded? A turnover pistol is double-barreled. That means that it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. The croque-monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he could fire the second. Okay. Where's the other bullets? What other bullet? The fired Meunier ball. There were 2 shots that night, remember? One from the assailant and one from the crocodile. I scoured the scene for a couple minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. It would have been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets. Madame Beaumont, did anyone find the fired Meunier ball in Cocorico's body? In his body? You're asking if Cocorico was wounded by the bullet? No, that much is plain to see. So again I must ask, where's the fired Meunier ball? Well, I don't have a clue. What are you trying to get at? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall, and it wasn't embedded in Cocorico, then that means... the bullet hit the murderer. The real murderer. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked the croque-monsieur. A ludicrous notion. It makes perfect sense. The double-barreled turnover gun. The missing bullet? Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron Meunier ball embedded in them, and you find the real murderer. That's reasonable, but we don't have the time nor resources to search every citizen of Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this very room. Oh, you think we have a traitor in our ranks? I do. This was obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the croque-monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connection could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Are you really saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you all were to take off your shirts. No, I'm not having everyone in this room stripped down to their knickers just to cater your outrageous theory. If you can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory, then we are end this damn trial here and now. A more reasonable way? I have a more reasonable way. What are you thinking, Sparrowson? Falcon? I'm really losing my mind here. Isn't it obvious? We have the perfect way to uncover whether someone has been shot. It's a genius solution. Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic? I've never been more serious. Madame Beaumont, Frere Remus, and members of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It's the latest medical technology. It looks like a children's toy. I assure you, this is not a toy. It was designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. A battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you just swing this device around and it finds a bullet in a person? Yes, sort of. I don't know, we haven't had a chance to practice with it, really. Madame, these birds are playing you for a fool. There's no way that such a device exists. We have seen this device work with our own eyes. Sparrowson shall demonstrate. Me? Although he will need something to demonstrate it on. The bullet. Here we have an iron-tipped Meunier ball, as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I place the bullet in my closed fist. It now represents the fired bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body. Allegedly. Now Sparrowson will demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer Extractor device. So I just do this and... it's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? Please don't. You remember what happened to that steak, right? My, what's this feeling? It feels like power. Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon, Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours. You must stop humoring these morons, madame. What good is this doing us? Remus, they may be morons, but this test will grant the certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Hey Falcon, what will happen if the murderer is someone not present in this room? It most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon. Get a move on you two. I really must express my displeasure that you are going along with this farce, Madame Beaumont. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave. Don't worry, Remus. My patience for this bird brain is wearing thin too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he will face the consequences. Lucky bird, scan the rooster first. He's the prime suspect after all. Okay. I'm not getting any reaction. Means there's probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So, he's innocent for sure. No. All it means is that the bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part. Madame, I must insist that you end this. It's a fool's errand. We have other matters we must attend to. Frere Remus does protest too much. Remus, you let me worry about our time management. Piero, you go next. Alright, let's get it over with. No reaction. Means that Piero wasn't shot either. No surprises there, right guys? Let's see. Next we shall test. Damn, I implore you. You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next? Me? That's really not necessary, madame. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game. This is no game, and I'm issuing an order to cooperate. I refuse. Piero, please restrain Remus. It's pleasure, madame. What are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off me. I will not be manhandled by... Ow, stop that. You're making a mistake. Madame, think a little harder. I have an alibi. I was with you the whole evening. Sparrowson, do the test. Falcon? Not getting any reaction. That can't be right. Do it again. There's nothing. Frere Remus has not been shot, as far as this device can tell. The utter nerve to manhandle a man of the cloth like that. I don't know what that is. Maybe his cat was walking over his keyboard or something. I don't know. It's just gibberish. Or he fell asleep at the keyboard, maybe. I don't know. Aura, are you still here? I don't know why you wrote that in the... I assume it must have been just something going over the keyboard, because there's no like rhyme or reason to it. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Zelda. I'll ask Aura about it later. As I said on the floor, madame, I was with you and Fontaine for the entire evening. I could not possibly be in two places at once. Oh, in my Discord, under voice chat, Aura, there's a message from you with just symbols and things. I don't know what happened. But I assume that wasn't sent by you. Or at least not intentionally. It's true. You were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place. You had to restart because your VR headset goofed and started pressing random things. Oh, so it was the headset thing going on? Okay. Should I just delete the message then? I'll just delete it. There you go. Oh, welcome back, Dickers. Hope work was good. As was I. Right. Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rules him out, and I know that I didn't perform the murder, obviously, which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, Lucky. Your job is done. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation. Pure guesswork. Shall we end the trial, madame? Wait, there must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There's someone else who could have been the shooter. Oh, jeez. I mean, I'm thinking Romulus himself. Was madness? Oh no. I don't know if anyone else could have. For Remus, how is your brother, the man named Romulus? My brother? He was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government. You and I know that isn't true. Your brother is still in France. In fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where's your evidence? Oh, I know. I can answer this one. Yes, I found this in the catacomb tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason. Thank you, Sparrison. Now, Frere Remus, does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No, I've never seen it before in my life. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't belong to your brother, Romulus? No, there are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them. Falcon, I take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs, but Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. This pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. It could have even been dragged in on the sole of Pierre's shoe, for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. At that moment, a chill ran down Falcon's spine. Oh, there was the dreaded reality. He had no evidence that the manifesto belonged to Romulus. It was just empty conjecture. Madame, please, take my word. The person called Romulus lurks in these very tunnels. You have no proof, but you have my assurance. He's floundering, madame. Agreed. I've heard enough of these rambling theories. Falcon, your respect for your comrade is admirable, and you displayed great valiance by leaping headfirst into the lion's den, but you have failed to convince me of this bird's innocence. Madame Beaumont, I implore you, not another word. We humored you, we set up a court and went through the motions of a trial. Now that Rooster's guilt has been formally proven. We have more evidence. Enough. The trial is over. Severin Cocorico, you have been formally tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of the croque-monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Madame, please. JJ, it's all right. I've made my peace. This is far from all right. Dying in the name of a new republic, at the hands of rebels, there are worse ways to go. It was good enough for Robespierre, right? Severin. No. No. F. Tend to the body, Piero. Yes, ma'am. Do you plan to kill us too? Why would I do that? You two have done nothing wrong. I see no reason for you to be tried, let alone executed. Your mercy is admirable, madam, but I fear we must if we let these two go, they will tell the police everything. It would compromise us. No, we promised to keep our big shut, right, Falcon? But we cannot trust the word of potential traitors. Madame, for the good of France, we must execute these birds right now. Some man of God you are. I hate to admit it, but you have a point, Remus. This is an unpleasant situation. What to do? Okay, I know. I'm going to give you a choice. You have two options. The first is that I shoot you, right here and now. That's not something either of us particularly wants, but if it must be done. What's option number 2? You join us. We need lawyers to help bring the New Republic into fruition. Your skills would be very much appreciated. Our skills? Somebody has to draft new laws. Somebody has to file the paperwork to secure the New Republic's internationally recognized legal status. Somebody has to prosecute the officials who corrupted this country. Wouldn't that be a glorious job? You mean prosecute the Prime Minister or the King? We can discuss the specifics later. For now, I need to hear a decision. What will it be? I would rather die. Well, what do you guys think? Do we join this revolution of theirs? Or do we just end it? Just get it over with, you know? So you'll join and betray them? I mean, that's possible. I mean, it's either join them or die. It's not great. We'll join you. Fine, we'll work with you. Good. Then a verbal contract has been made. So, what happens now? Pierre and Fontaine will lead you to the Canard Jurieux. I will finish up here and meet you in 2 hours. Needless to say, they shall be keeping close watch on you. Don't even think about running. Of course. Then we're done here. Fontaine, lead the way. Yes, madame. Come along, you two. The contract is not legally binding. You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers, madame. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friends at this very moment. I do trust them. Throughout that trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint is naive, but it is exactly what we need in this revolution. But they will betray you. If they are stupid enough to even raise one feather against me, they will regret it. Oh, there is more. Oh. Okay. Okay. You can come out now, brother. How did it go? Better than we ever hoped for. The rooster is dead and the madame has tasted her first blood. Amazing. Completely worth getting shot for. So it was this... So it was Romulus, right? Because it says Sylvius, but... Like, that wasn't his real name, Romulus, so... A meddlesome Falcon tried to interrupt the execution. Falcon? Really, that tenuous wretch? Don't worry. He floundered and bumbled around hopelessly. Madame thinks that he's of some use, but really is as good as dead. This is marvelous. Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be reality in no time at all. To reason, brother. To reason. So he did get shot. Fraternité. Okay. So this is like ending C or something? I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the Madame. I know that the rooster was your friend, but the Madame does what she does for the good of France. Boy, oh boy, this is awkward. It is a bit. Perhaps a round of drinks are in order. After all, this is a tavern. What do you two say? Sure, wine. Have some wine. I'll take a wine. Make sure it's a stiff one. I'll take two. Very well. Yarrow, fetch our guests some drinks. It's your round. My round? No way, it's your turn. Turns don't matter. You still owe me for that omelette I generously paid for last Friday. Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday. Okay, so that's 30 cents of coffee deducted from a 60-cent omelette, plus the 25-cent peanuts you swiped from my pantry. Hold on, I ain't so good at mental arithmetic. Listen, Sparrowson, you need to go. Go? Yes, I'll create a distraction. You head straight for the back door. Is that such a good idea? If you both stick around, we could both end up dead as soon as we rub that lioness the wrong way. If you both run, these two will probably shoot us in the back. So the way I see it, one of us running is the most viable option. Sparrowson. Why do I do this? Falcon. Don't argue. Once you're out, find Volerti and tell him what you've seen. Okay. So it's agreed. You get this round and I'll owe you 2 cents. Yep. I'll even hold you to them 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move or nothing. You'll hold me to 2 cents? That Pierre is such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Let's talk to pass the time. Oh, I have a gun question. There you go. For 10, I have a gun question. A gun question? Do go on. Ooh. What do you think will cause him to go on for the longest? Muskets or pistols? What's better? Muskets or pistols? What's better? Well, both weapons have advantages and disadvantages. It's not really a matter of being better. As you can see, I prefer to use a musket. The longer barrel makes it more accurate, especially over longer distances. So for hunting, there's no argument. The musket is superior in every way. But for personal defense and for, quote, close quarters combat, some would prefer the pistol for such a situation. You see, a smaller weapon offers a greater degree of maneuverability. Alright, brought drinks. One for me, one for you, and one for... Hey, where's the little one? The little one? He's right. Oh, mad, I lost him. You lost him? How did you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes. I think I dropped the ball on this one. I'll say the Madame's gonna string us up for sure. Actually, we should make a cover story. We can't let her find out about this. You can't let me find out about what? Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here weren't paying attention. Let Sparrowson walk casually away. Madame. Me can explain. I swear, I give you two bozos one damn job. Doesn't matter. The little bird was dispensable for our plans, but Falcon isn't. What's important is that he's still here. Madame, if Sparrowson runs to the police, then both this location and the Sleeping City are compromised. We should keep this meeting brief. Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we are planning to form a protest. An enormous protest on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd at the Place de la Concorde, and then we shall march across the Tuileries garden. A march across Tuileries? You intend to storm the Louvre? No, the Palais Royal. That's where the King and Prime Minister will be residing. I would like it to go peacefully, but... Peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they? Exactly. And we can't let the leaders of this country escape amidst the chaos. They must be tried for their crimes against the French people. On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution. You want me to prosecute the King of France? The King and the Prime Minister. They are both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues this country. On the day of the revolution, we will drag both of these overpaid bourgeois onto the street, and you shall prosecute them then and there. I think I understand. Prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity, I suppose. It could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in around 2 months. We don't have the luxury of time. Use your ingenuity on the day, just like you did in the catacombs. We can't be serious. There's no alternative. The wheels of the revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite in under a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then? You can leave him with them, madam. We'll keep a good eye on him. After seeing the atrocious job you two did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You shall spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations. At your side, all day and night? Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute. That seems excessive. You can trust me, madam. No, I can't. You've promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you 1 grain of freedom, you will undoubtedly flee. This meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. Okay. Oh, jeez. So there's more to this than I thought, and I do think I actually need to wrap it up. So, let's save and quit. And then, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Let me actually see who I can raid. I mean, that was good. It's a lot of reading and stuff, and I need a break. I need to eat something and stuff like that. Let me see. Mongoose is streaming. Toxel is streaming. I could send you over to Toxel. Toxel is great. They're streaming Impossible Creatures. I don't quite know what that game is. Number 4 just started if you need another option. What's it behind me? It's darkness, Stickus. It's darkness. You see, there's a guitar back there and there's the Zelda poster back there, but otherwise it's darkness. You can't even see that, I think. But yeah, Toxel hasn't been streaming in a while, so I think we're going to give them a little raid and you know, welcome them back to streaming. Go say hi, send some love over there, and all those things. I don't know what kind of game Impossible Creatures is, but I'm sure it'll be a good time. So yeah, thank you all for being around. It's always a bit of a weird one. I'll see what I'm playing tomorrow. Probably, I don't know, probably something. We're playing something tomorrow, and that definitely rules a lot of things out, right? But yeah, I need to get some food, get some rest, and things like that. So thank you all for watching. It's always lovely having you here. You guys are fantastic. Go say hi to Toxel for me, and I'll see you next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe some other time. Have a good one. Bye bye bye. Bye everyone. Bye bye.